What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Ethereum today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. The reason why we're talking about Ethereum today is because this chart actually looks very bullish in the wake of what I assume to be a somewhat bearish looking Bitcoin's daily chart, 4-hour chart. I do think that we're going to move down a little bit. Ethereum looks very well maintained. Very well maintained. While Bitcoin's been struggling over the past week or so, Ethereum's been keeping a steady hand moving sideways here. And it reminds me of these moves that Bitcoin had coming up, right, where it would move up, moved sideways for some time, and then it moved up again, moved sideways, moved up again. Ethereum's doing that same thing right here. Your RSI has cooled off a lot. You've got lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price. That's hidden bullish divergence. As time goes on in any consolidation phase, you look for the volume to kind of deplete. Once it's depleted, then you look for your breakout move in volume, which will take you one way or the other in price, right, to back it up. I would assume that this moves up. If Ethereum moves up, you guys, there's a very solid chance that we could have a little alt rally this week. I don't know how long this thing's going to consolidate, but Bitcoin, I'm assuming, will be consolidating. It'll probably be in this exact range for another week or so. That's my expectation. Ethereum looks like it could break out any day now. And if Ethereum breaks out, I mean, one of two things is going to happen. One, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Bitcoin doesn't go down to 101.7K. Maybe we don't go down that low. Maybe it does move up, and in which case it's good to be allocated into the markets and not be sidelined. Or two, maybe Bitcoin consolidates and then altcoins run, which is actually pretty common. That's a pretty normal thing. Last I remembered in the bull markets. So Ethereum seems to be, and oftentimes Ethereum is kind of the leader of the altcoins in these rallies. If Ethereum's looking good, altcoins look good as well, right? And sometimes that's just how they do their thing. They take their turns. It looks like it wants to move up, though, man. I mean, if we look at this, let's look at it on the 1-hour time frame and see if we can confirm this. Looking at the 1 hour, super bullish, super bullish. I love the volume. RSI looks perfect. Sure, you might find some turbulence here, of course, but just super, super bullish. High to low here. Let's see what you got going on. Yeah, you're going to keep going, Ethereum. You're probably going to keep going. I mean, maybe that's not the right low to take. Maybe I should take this low, not the fake out lows. You're going to keep going to 2,665, 2,688. You're at 2,650 now, so you'll keep going up a little bit, find some resistance in this golden ratio zone, and then probably move back down. I wouldn't expect that you go too much lower than these lows, though, and there's a good chance that you could find support between 26 and 2630. I should say 25.90 and 26.30 because it's such a small range there. There's a good chance that you find support there. If you do reject this zone here, I don't know what just happened. If you do reject this zone here and then you come down and find support in this zone and move back up, you're likely done moving lower and you're probably getting set up to break out of this overall range, which again is this range that you've been consolidating in now since May 11th. Okay, so for almost a month, about like 3 weeks or so. I would expect that Ethereum does move up out of this range. I don't think that it's going to move down. I would be very surprised if you saw any kind of movement down. If you saw a movement down, it'd be like this, right? A fake out. It'd be a fake out at the most is what it would be. But inevitably you will move higher. I mean, the daily RSI is just too bullish. It's way too bullish, man. Weekly RSI also looks bullishly set up. Looks like you want to rock. If we're looking at this from a high to a low here, testing that golden ratio time and time again, man, this should have been the fib that we were looking at all along. Yeah, grinding it out like this, you're likely going to stop at the 786, 886 area. That's where you're going to go. Anytime you grind it out like this, you oftentimes do stop at the 786, 886, and I would expect you to go to 3250 to 3620, somewhere in this area. You'll probably find some turbulence. Maybe you consolidate in this area and then begin to move higher. Maybe you move back down to the golden ratio, and then you begin to move higher one way or another. Something like that. I do think that new all-time highs are on the docket for Ethereum. We're looking at $5,500, $8,000, something in this area, probably by the end of this endeavor overall. I would expect that you're probably something above $7,000 Ethereum, $7,000 to $8,000. Let's say something above $6,500, because oftentimes with the 141 you don't stop there, you go just above. So let's say 65 to 8,000, somewhere in that zone in July. That's what we're looking for. End of June or in July, that's the expectation. And man, if Ethereum's going to do that, what is that? That's a 100% to 200% move. Altcoins are going to double that, triple that, 10 times that, right? It's going to be phenomenal. Ethereum's at new all-time highs. Altcoins will be at new all-time highs. It's going to be a good time had by all you guys. It's definitely going to be a good time. Yeah. No small endeavor at all. We've been consolidating. We've been consolidating really since March of 2024. When you break out of here, you're not stopping at the all-time highs. You're going clearly to new all-time highs. And maybe this fib's actually more appropriate because it is the all-time high to the bear market lows. That's very significant, right? That golden ratio is at 8,000. The minimum target's at 7,750. It makes sense we probably stop at that 1272. That's my expectation at the moment, right? So Ethereum's looking good. Weekly RSI, it's kind of set up to be bad because you have these lower highs and lower lows. But the thing is, when you found resistance here, you went down, you went down. This time you're slowly bleeding out. You're doing things different. Different behavior might beget different results, right? That's the expectation. I think you will be having a bullish begetting ahead of you over the next couple of weeks here. I don't know if I have anything else that I want to say. I might be one of the few people in the crypto bull market who's not super like Ethereum maximalist minded, but actually believes that Ethereum has a chance, not a chance, a likelihood of seeing prices that are at $14,000 to $27,000 by the end of this year. A lot of people are fading Ethereum, but I really do believe, I personally believe that we could see this $22,000 to $27,000 target by the end of the year, but at least 14K, guys. We're at $2,600 now. This thing's got a lot of room to run. What's that mean for altcoins? We got a lot of room to run, you guys. All altcoins pump when Ethereum's pumping, man, especially the Ethereum-based ones. But I got nothing else for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. The main essence of this video is just talking about how we are on the brink of the break, and it's going to be phenomenal. I think, this right here, this is your first leg up outside of this downward trend. This next leg, I think, is going to be more pronounced. It's going to be stronger. That's very typical. With most movements, it's actually very, very typical. So I think this next move is going to take us to new cycle highs and potentially even new all-time highs, which is just going to rally the whole ecosystem. It's something we should be aware of, and I feel silly for not talking about Ethereum more just because of this, man. When I saw this today, I'm like, holy shit, guys. This is big. This makes me, I don't care what you're holding, right? If you're holding ZBCN and you feel dumb because you bought the top and now it's down like 20%, or I guess now it's only down 20%, but it dropped 30%. I don't care if you're holding that or if you're holding XCN and it's being boring, if you're holding Cookie and it's being volatile, whatever crypto you're holding, right? You should be holding it, not selling it, because when Ethereum moves, the rest of the market will follow. And it's going to move it could be today, man. It really could be today, but any day now. Bitcoin, I think, consolidates for another week. Ethereum might run during that week. Maybe Ethereum consolidates for another week, but I have a hard time seeing you being in here for 10 days or more. You're going to break out any day now, man. It's going to be phenomenal. I got nothing else to say. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.